Hello and welcome back to Starfox Part 33, and in this episode we will continue our quest to find the holding cell of Garundate. We've already shown off where the crack in the wall is, but past Garundate did not see it. How did you hear about that?
Let's see,
There's
because
the
the
fuel
daughter
cell.
was with which one? Right, that was with the first spellstone.
Yep.
So when the first spellstone came back, that guy thought, well, okay, he got the main quest, he did it. Good job, Fox. I hope you got my daughter on the way. I hope you stopped by to rescue my daughter on the way to doing that.
I could have swore that I cut out most. I did cut out most of this. Okay,
Jump
good.
cut.
You can notice that now it is nighttime.
Many hours have passed, and Gerdad is doing...
He is gathering more scarabs for no goddamn reason. But if you look on the map, you'll notice that there's actually a small corridor on the map.
How do we reach this corridor?
Oh, there. It was just on screen. There. This
Good.
crack in... No! Damn it,
Crack.
past Gerdad. It's
Good.
right there.
Crack.
See?
Attack.
Fine.
Fine.
Fuck that crack in the wall.
That is really, really hard to notice.
For me
Unless,
specifically.
Of course, you were looking at the mini-map as you realized was the thing you needed to do.
A fuel cell and a bottom dot. That's all that's in here.
Woo! Jump. Hop for joy. Hop for satisfaction.
But with that, we have successfully collected all the fuel cells in Snowhorn Waste.
Hop
As you
for
can tell by
success.
the fact that when we go over to the fuel cell compass, it says scanning. So, yeah. Now feed the tricky.
Oh,
grab
I
some
thought
more
the
grub.
fuel cell compass was coming up.
No.
I'm stuck.
And there we go. So, back to Thorntail Hollow with us.
Excuse us, just pass it through, pass it through. Yep, scanning. Scanning. We'll let you know. We'll let you know when we got something. Hold on. Scanning by.
So, is that a Yooper or a Wisconsin?
Probably closer to Chicago, actually.
So, a Yooper then.
Yooper.
Well, isn't Chicago more or less equidistant from both the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and Wisconsin?
Stay.
Kind of. I think I got my regions right when I say that.
Because Chicago is in like the northeastern part of, the northwestern part of Illinois, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
As
Chicago,
It's in the northwestern, as it's in the northwestern part of Illinois, it's more or less equidistant between the southern Upper Peninsula and mainland Wisconsin.
I think the way it was explained to me was there's a triangle. Each of the 3 points are the Twin Cities. That's Minneapolis and St. Paul. There's Chicago, and there's Duluth.
Why is Duluth part of the triangle?
Because it's arbitrary.
Oh. Arbitrary triangles.
Well, what better place to have a point of a triangle than at the tip of Lake Superior's big pointy index finger?
I always thought, was told that Lake Superior is more or less in the shape of a Timberwolf head.
Interesting. I guess it depends on the context, because if may probably also lending to where you're going. For example, I know people who traveled specifically to Duluth International Airport, so the perspective centralizing on Duluth, it looks like Lake Superior is pointing directly at the city of Duluth.
Are you ready to go to Krazoa Palace?
So what do you?
Yes, we are.
What do you see when you look at the moon, Gerda? Do you see a rabbit's head with its ears, or do you see a man's face?
Depends on what phase. Depends on what phase the moon is actually in. I don't really look at the moon close enough to really form shapes out of the craters and visible deformities on the moon. But depending on what phase the moon is in, I attribute it to different things. For example, the extreme crescent moon, as from Angels in the Outfield, I've always referred to that as God's thumbnail.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, Angels in the Outfield is a terrible movie, but if you're gonna pull something away from it, may as well be lunar mythology.
The moon does kind of look like a big fat thumbnail, and the crescent moon would be like the white at the end of the thumbnail. I bet he has very funny looking hands.
I don't think his hands are that funny looking, just, very large. Oh, look, a portal device spot. I'm sure that this is the second and only other time we'll use the portal device spell.
Hopefully there is something important here. It is the place where I drop off my things.
Yep. Okay, second of 3 times. We will use the portal device spell exactly one more time in the game.
I'm never giving back somebody's wallet again.
I mean, this trick wasn't particularly taxing. We just had to solve a checkpoint puzzle first.
Now that Fox has decided that he's going to be a good, responsible, and totally honest about other people's property citizen, he's going to save the galaxy.
That's pretty much what the Grizoa quest is: the returning of Planet Saria's wallet.
Oh god, you reminded me of a very, very funny YouTube video of a guy simulating like a meek helper or like a good Samaritan who gets very desperate to return somebody's wallet. So he simulates the scene by getting on a treadmill. I might have even told you about this before, but so the faster the treadmill goes, the more desperate he gets to catch up to the guy whose wallet he's got.
That's easy for you to say, but where do I find the gatekeeper?
And then it ends as any treadmill video does. He falls over and it's funny.
He who has no voice has plenty to say.
So it's tricky?
Conversely, he who has big voice says absolutely nothing.
So it's tricky then. Now, the game has actually been setting this up.
I dreamt I was being chased by a red-eye.
One of the Thorntail just flat out refuses to talk to you. He doesn't even have voice acting.
Is this the one?
I don't think it's this particular one. I think he's on the other side of the river.
Scales cannot be allowed to get away with this.
With what?
With this. All of this.
Well, what is this?
Just this. Why, look around you. This.
On a clear day, you can see the top of Ice Mountain.
Sure, but we don't need to go there anymore. All that's there for us now is a cheat token.
You seem like a much more pleasant person to talk to.
Beware of the red mushrooms.
Yeah, they spew very poisonous spores at me for no reason.
And the cat sours the basil.
I should have guessed there was something odd about you. The Warpstone said I should find you.
Sad piano.
I haven't spoken since something terrible happened. Something that I am ashamed to admit. I too attempted to save our planet.
How?
I failed.
Tell me, what happened?
I led a group of dinosaurs against General Scales.
Okay.
He learnt of our plan before we could act, and launched a full-scale offensive against us. We never stood a chance. He imprisoned 3 of my closest friends on Dragon Rock, and it is also where he has taken the Spellstone.
So how did you survive? If Scales let you go, it could only be because...
I am the gatekeeper.
And I'll breathe magic sealing spell juice into the air and have all of my Thorntail brothers do the same.
Just like we practiced, everyone. Right, cue the music.
The gateway to Dragon rock
Try
is
to make
no
it more like
place.
DreamWorks,
Please
not
help,
Disney.
my friends. They are on your side.
And so we now have access to the final major area in the game, Dragon Rock.
Turtle Rock, yes.
Not Turtle Rock, Dragon Rock. There are much less gravity. Shenanigans in this place. Also, we do not need a fire. Also, we do not need an ice rod, although we have one anyway. Wait, no, we do need the ice rod. Here, damn it!
You need the mirror shield.
No, we don't need a mirror shield. But we have a fire and ice rod. Although we don't use the ice rod against the boss, so there.
Scales has unleashed the full force of the planet's dark energy, mutating Dragon Rock into a desolate wasteland. He's captured a number of dinosaurs and is planning to change them into
My God, he's doing the Dr. Robotnik thing.
He is doing the Dr. Robotnik thing.
This final snowstorm will bring dinosaur planets back together.
And we have to get the Chaos Emerald before it's too late.
To be precise, he's actually doing the Magneto thing, but you know.
All right, this is the hard one.
This is the hard one. Collecting all, and it's very specifically hard not to survive. Oh no, surviving here is cake. But you need to collect all 10 gold rings. If you fail to collect even one, runs over.
Well, the game doesn't. Does the game end or does it just keep going until you fail?
It keeps going until you fail.
Fuck, that's even worse. Oh, not good job.
I don't think that we actually pick up all 10 rings on our first attempt.
On the first attempt, that's okay. It's learning things.
And there,
All right.
I think we missed
Going
2 at the end
3.
because this tunnel sucks. No, it's not here.
There's one.
The one up there that's moving, yeah, fuck this one. Getting that one is a pain in the ass.
Fuck, you might as well start over. There's still 20 seconds left of the sequence. Yeah, they make the last one nice and easy, but
The second to last one, you is the bitch of the one to do. Jump cuts.
you'll have to try harder next time.
Sure thing, Kermit.
This would make me go crazy.
It's not so bad, to be perfectly honest. I think it only took me 2 attempts to get through. But at the same point, I don't like that you need all 10. To be perfectly honest, I think this should have been 9. It really should have just been 9. Since the last one was 7, the first one was 1, then it was 3, then it was 5. You know, scaling up by 2 each time. I don't think that this should have been a perfect trip.
There was only one tricky ring on the whole pathway.
Yeah, there is only one tricky ring. I mean,
And-
all the others are placed a bit weird, but they're pretty easy to get once you know where they are.
Now this guy right
this
here.
one is the only one that's a problem. It's only because he's moving.
He just wants to be different, and he
Yeah.
is. He spotted the difference right away. He sucks.
There we go. You can easily score over 1,000 points there. I did not because I wasn't doing enough damage to shit. But there you go. We have successfully flown to Dragon Rock.
Dun dun dun.
Now, my run through Dragon Rock is not actually all that great because I don't really like Dragon Rock as an area. I mean, thematically, it's cool as hell, but at the same point, a lot of the minor gimmicks in this area are pretty poorly explained. For example, do you remember the meteor dinosaur that we had to fight back at Moongaze Mountain?
Yeah, we were just fighting him just like a half hour ago.
No, that's not the meteor monster. That's the crater monster.
Oh.
They are different.
My God, I don't fucking remember this place at all.
Well, there's a reason for that. This place is difficult. A first thing that is difficult about this place, don't bother fighting the meteor monsters. They are completely useless and you'll get the ability to one-shot them later any damn way.
Big slug. Grub bug.
They serve here just as window dressing, to be perfectly honest. That's all they're here for.
Give me back my socks.
We didn't steal your damn socks. But one of the issues that this area has is that it's such significantly larger than all of them, but it's mostly because of the Hyrule Field Syndrome, where most of this area is just this large open plain, and there's almost nothing here.
Of course, it's a wasteland.